Hi, she was 7. I'm going to make a video today about the Rh negative blood type, superhuman abilities, and the connection to vampirism. Now, I know this is a lot if you haven't been like learning or understanding anything about the blood types and whatsoever, but there are certain types of blood types. One is Rh negative, one is Rh positive, and you can go and research that on your own. I don't want to make a video explaining that. I've already done that, so you can go back and look for it, or I'll link it below. But basically, it's a special bloodline that only 15% of the population of Earth have. Some say it's low as 7%, some say it's 15%. I guess it just depends on, you know, your nationality or your race. So, and it's very, very rare in African Americans and Asians. A lot of Cherokee, a lot of European, Basque, and people of mixed races or blood could have Rh negative blood. Okay, so that being said, I have Rh negative blood, and a lot of people I know do. And Rh negative blood is very special. It's not better than any other type of blood, it's just different. Rh negative blood, like people that have this blood type already know they can't wear watches. The batteries get drained. They can't keep their cell phone on their body because the battery drains too easily. And a lot of times they are very psychically aware. They are in tune more. They have had more astral travel. A lot of people with Rh negative blood have witnessed you know, other life forms, ETs and such. And they're just, you know, more, you know, able to see things that some people can't. Okay, so they're more in tune with the supernatural. Anyway, so, and a lot of people call them vampires, and it's because they suck the energy out of things. Like Rh negative people have issues around electrical appliances, or, you know, and like lights might blink on and off when they walk in the room or when they get angry, because they draw energy from energy. So I live, y'all are gonna think this is funny, I live next to a power line, like a big power source, and I have never been so energized, you know, living somewhere in my life. They say if you live next to running water or power lines, or, you know, something with a lot of energy, like a vortex, you can draw energy from that. So I live next to power lines now. I used to live next to running water, but now I live next to power lines. And so I'm like super energized all the time. I never feel tired. I don't have to take as many supplements as I used to, you know, to get that energy going. And so I'm basically just good already, because, and when I sleep fully. I dream. I have crystals placed all through my house and stuff to, you know, hold that energy. The crystals are like batteries for me. So I work with a lot of stones and crystals. And I want to talk to y'all about the vampirism aspect of Rh negative blood. And you don't have to be Rh negative blood to be what they call a psychic vampire or an energy vampire. But a lot of Rh negative people are energy and psychic vampires naturally. They were born that way. So I'm going to do a video talking about that too, in a whole different realm of thinking. But I'm going to show y'all the books that I'm reading right now. The Vampire Codex, the Psychic Vampire Codex. And it's not what you think at all. And yes, vampirism started in Kemet. So, another book that I also recommend that y'all read is also The Serpent of Wisdom. And that just fell. Another book that I haven't started. Well, I've read the introduction, but This one right here. And it's not what y'all are thinking. This is basically energy work. How to draw energy, save energy, maintain energy, give energy to other people. And it's just, you know, people refer to it as vampirism because energy is life force, and you take life force and you can also give it. Like if y'all have seen True Blood, y'all know how the vampires can heal people, but also they can kill people, and then they can make people vampires and all that stuff. It's basically metaphor for energy. And a lot of this work is done on the astral plane or the astral realm, in dream time, in meditation. So if you don't like this title, you can find books on energy work or healing energy. It's the same thing. This is just if you like, you know, vampire folklore, if you like the darkness that goes with it, fine. But if you're like love and light, look for energy work. Look for energy and healing and maintaining and storing energy, and also being able to give it. It is the same as vampire energy work. It's the same thing. It's it just depends on what you like. Okay, you can wrap it up in any type of wrapping paper. It's still the same thing. So, like I said, you don't have to be born into vampirism or into Rh negative blood type to be a vampire. A lot of people become them over many lifetimes. Things that happen to them, phobias, things that they need that they didn't get their last life. They seem to want to gravitate towards something, and they absorb people's energy to make themselves feel whole, like because they're missing something. And when you learn how to balance that, and you learn how to get energy and give energy, it's not like you're taking from anyone because you're just exchanging. So if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, I'm just going to say it like this. Have you ever met one of those people who just talk so much and have so much to say and want your reaction? They say bold things and crazy things just to get a reaction out of you. They like to debate. They like to do all this kind of stuff. Or they like to look a certain way, a shocking way, to get people's attention when they walk in a room. This is all energy work. They want that energy. They want to absorb that energy that's given to their presence. So, for instance, like if a beautiful woman walks in a room and she's wearing tight clothes and showing off cleavage and everything is perfect on her body and she's really seductive, you could, like a lot of people would call her a succubus or, you know, a vamp, because she's demanding all the energy in the room. So, also, like if you get someone with a wild hairdo or just some crazy outfit or style, they demand all the energy in that room. So, this is another way to get energy. A lot of celebrities are psychic vampires because, like when they get on the stage to perform, they absorb all of that energy in the crowd and they just suck it up. And that's why they become so perfected at their craft a lot of times, because that energy that they store is used to rehearse, to practice, to hone their craft, to get it to perfection. If you notice, the more popular an artist is, the better they get, because the more energy they get. And the more energy they get, the more they can do with it and get better and better and better. Like y'all, I'll give y'all an example. Michael Jackson, Beyonce, these aren't like the best, most spectacular singers in the world, but they demand energy and attention. And that's why they've been able to reach certain levels, you know, in stardom. So, okay. So, I'm sorry, I had to see if I had a reading. But yes, I've also, your past lives have a lot to do with your energy work in this life. A lot of times we were lacking something in another life and we feel like we have to make up for it here. So you might want to get a past life reading, or, you know, figure out, you know, what your past life was if you already know. But yes, this is related to energy work. If you are Rh positive blood type, you're also able to say, oh yes, I'm a psychic vampire. I need this, I need that. I demand this energy. I know how to transfer energy. I'm a healer as well. Da, da, da. But the term vampirism is like someone that can't help themselves. You know, it's just like someone who just sucks the energy out of light bulbs and watches and batteries. I mean, when they just walk in a room, that's just a natural phenomena. So that's the difference between natural vampires and psychic vampires, and vampires that are, you know, that create themselves. And the reason why they use the term vampires is because energy never dies and it's eternal, and you know, it lasts, and so we are just all energy. But everyone knows I have a dark side, and I love to read stuff like this. And I've read energy workbooks, and it's the same exact thing. It's just in different terms. And there's a whole culture behind this, y'all. Like, there's a whole culture behind this, especially like in New Orleans and New York and stuff like that. They have these little vampire cliques and cults and stuff like that. But it's all about energy work. Very rarely do they do the blood or anything. It has nothing to do with blood unless they're into that as a fetish. But it's mainly energy work. So, saying that, the symbol on this is a dragon because this, you know, the history of the vampire Vlad, Dracul means dragon, the son of the dragon, and the dragon, life force, chi, energy. You know, you can just add it all up together. But and another one of their symbols is the Ankh, because vampirism started in Kemet. Because they used to store energy from, like, they're solar vampires. It's not just about not being able to be in the sun. There's solar vampires who get energy from the sun and store it. It's the same thing. But people just call it sun gazing. Then there's lunar vampires that do moon gazing and store that energy. And so a lot of times you'll see different symbols for vampires. And the reason they use blood is because, you know, you can't see the energy. So they use blood as a metaphor for life force or the life essence. So that's where they get all of that from. And y'all, there's other aspects of energy work as well. I mean, you can go into the different archetypes, but this is one of the archetypes. So I just want to let y'all know that if y'all are RH negative, and if you're RH positive and you feel like, you know, this describes you, then that's what you probably are. But everybody is in some form or fashion. And if they're not, they're being drained. And they're not replenishing. That's why you'll see a lot of people who grow old prematurely because they're giving too much of their energy and they're not receiving anything in return, or they're not exchanging it properly. So yeah, I just want to put this out. I don't know which channel I'm going to put this on yet. So if I said Shira in the beginning, and this is on my other channel for Ashira Star Goddess, it's the same person. Hi, it's me. So yeah, I just wanted to make that quick video. I might do a more scientific approach to this on another channel if this does go on my Ashira Goddess channel. Okay, thanks for watching. Blessings.